Let's spring forward to some neutral, modern boho spring decor. My inspiration from Etsy, pretty costly, but let's make it at home for just free. So I started off by choosing some woolen yarn. I chose some neutral colors and gray and black. And then I chose this terracotta color, which goes very well with the wooden furnitures. I could have used yellow, but instead of yellow, I decided to add a little green because I have got cream colored walls and the yellow will not be a good contrast. So I wanted to add some green, bring in some more nature into the house. So this is going to be the color combination that I'm going to work with. Then, ha ha, I got a broom. This is a mop, sorry, a mop. And it's funny to be using a mop. I never used it as a mop. I don't think it's very much useful in my home. But look at this. This is chunky yarn. So I'm going to use this for my macrame rainbow today. So I'm going to just take an idea of how much. So I'm going to start with the rainbow. So I'm going to start the inside circle first. So approximately this is the length. So I'm going to go twice, thrice. I think it's fine now, or maybe four times. I think this is good. So this will be the thickness of each color in the rainbow. So I will cut it off. So now I'm going to start with this yarn. This is nice, lovely terracotta orange. Just holding it here and winding it around. Made the first inner circle. These loops, I'll trim them and add some glue later on when I put everything together. Now for the next round. So I start from the outer edge, go around it, not tightly, not very loose. And then this is the length that I want. Two, three, and four. See, you must always check. This is the second round, and I'm going to do it with the green. Now, this is the bunch for the last round, and I'm going to use black for this. But before I start, I want to make the loop here so as to hold everything together and hang it on the wall. So before I start winding, so that the knots are hidden behind. Now as I come near the loop, I just cover the loose ends of the loop inside the yarn that I'm using to cover the uh, chunky rope or the chunky yarn. So this way it will be much neater. So just in case there are knots in your yarn, in the same manner you can just cover your knots with the top yarn. I'm just adding simple knots in between so that it doesn't unravel while I'm working on it. Now all I have to do is position them properly and glue them. Now as I place them next to each other, these three align perfectly. But I realize that the black one has become a little longer. I don't intend to do it all over again. So I have to find a way out. So I found a solution out. I'm taking some wooden beads. These are lightweight. And I'm going to, this is bit dull and won't stand out against my cream walls, and therefore I'm going to paint them sunny yellow. So I just took a thin skewer or a stick and just put them through this. The beads, they are easy to paint this way. It's acting like a needle. Paint this, let this dry, and then I shall be using them like bridge in between these layers. My today's video is part of the Spring Forward DIY challenge. I'll have to wait till all this dries. Being hosted by Chantel from Crafty Hints and co-hosted by Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY and Amanda from Six Kids and a Glue Gun. Though I did say glue it together, but I personally prefer the more difficult way out, but the more strong and permanent way out. I'm stitching. First, I'm stitching these three together and the beads, and then I'm going to add the outermost layer. So just the way I'm adding beads here, you can adorn this rainbow further depending on how imaginative you are and what's your style like. Give it your own personal touch. Now comes the moment of stress bursting or releasing your stress. I love this part. So I'm going to cut all the loops and brush them and then maybe trim them if required. I like the simplicity and beauty of this and goes so well with my decor. I enjoyed making it. I'm still left with all this mop which I'm going to use in more macrame projects, and so much of yarn is just left. I hardly used any and I got something really beautiful. For my second DIY, I took a wooden embroidery hoop, some artificial greenery, and a fabric ribbon in green stripes. I'm going to wind the ribbon across the embroidery hoop in two loops such that one overlaps the other and one end is shorter than the other, and glue it at the back. Then I'm going to stick in the greenery into these loops on just one side. So it's asymmetrical, modern, minimal, and a pretty decor for spring. I hope you like this too. Do let me know in the comment section below. Have a blessed day, everybody. Thank you so much for your time.